Don't sound corny. Ew, porridge here. So in this episode, I'm going to demonstrate a painting technique that I kind of stumbled upon by accident. I am a self-taught artist and a lot of what I do is pretty random, but I figured some of what I could share might be able to help some of you on your own artistic journey. Or you could just sit back and enjoy. Either way, appreciate you for being here. Let's get it. And here we are. A bit of this is shaky since I was working on this at a dance club and the DJs were
losing their damn mind.
But this is a painting of the old dirty bastard, Mr. Shimmy Shimmy Ya himself, and I was using pointillism, which is painting one dot at a time, and I'll use this technique in small areas at times, but here I decided to use it for the entire painting just to see how it would turn out.
Wow.
I already had my skin tone laid down, so using that pointillism technique, I'm just laying down some highlights. I'm also using the dry brush method where I almost barely have any paint on the brush, and I'm just lightly dabbing along lighter and lighter to create an almost gradient effect. It never looks like much at first, but as you progress and do this with lights and darks, it'll eventually start coming to life right in front of you. I do use acrylics since they are very forgiving and that if you mess up, they dry quickly, so it's easy to paint over and fix mistakes, which
I do make a lot of the time, unfortunately.
And with acrylics, I'm able to water them down to be semi-transparent, which I like to use to build the layers. These are the areas I'll be going in with my darker tones. Now you can see it's starting to look like something. Still using pointillism, I won't go straight to the darkest shades since that's the mistake I used to make.
Low-key bars.
I'll start with some reddish or orange midtones and build to the darker shades. Doesn't he have some well-defined temples? Sidebar. Have you ever seen someone out in the wild and nothing about them was particularly attractive, but then you saw those temples and you were like, damn girl, them temples are hitting? No? Me neither. I'm sorry, that was a dumb thing to say. I got sidetracked. It had nothing to do with art and I won't ever let it happen again. Maybe. Like I was saying, I'll use the mid-tones throughout and build to the darker tones. The way I like to transition through skin tones from lighter to darker shades is I'll make a big, beautiful batch of what would be a mid-tone. Not too light or too dark. And as I'm working on the painting, I'll pull from that original batch and add lighter or darker pigments depending on which shades I'm going for, just so I don't have to mix all new tones every time I'm doing lighter or shaded areas. It's just a time saver and keeps all the tones consistent with one another. But I'll definitely have more in-depth videos on this in the future. This painting is still a work in progress, but I'm always getting asked about my process, and since I'm self-taught and I like to figure out things on the fly, it can be hard to articulate my process on the spot. So these tutorials might answer some of those questions and allows me to organize the madness between my ears when I'm stuck on a painting in the future.
Wow.
And I'm also aware that this is my first time trying this technique for the whole painting, so I know that there will be a lot of mistakes, a lot of things I didn't expect, or maybe the whole thing turns out boo-boo and I've got to start all over.
Loser.
Whatever happens, I know a lot will be gained through this process of learning the nuances of pointillism, which at the end of the day is my ultimate goal. To keep trying new things and evolving and growing as an artist, because even though painting dot by dot sounded tedious and ridiculous to me at first, the last thing I want to do is stay stagnant and become accustomed to only doing the art I'm familiar with because it's comfortable. Don't get me wrong, comfort is nice, but comfort don't help Papa grow. Thank you for checking this out. I hope it made just a little bit of sense. And if you have any thoughts or other topics, tutorials, or content you'd like to see that's art related, please leave it in the comments. This one was fun, and I definitely got some more coming. Catch you on the next.
Like and do the other thing.
Bye bye.